any school. Their fathers lost out, they never went to school. So why don't we try and put current in these houses, let these children go to school and study their lesson at night? There are some of you now who have radio stations and planning to bring TV, television. Unless there is ongoing and stable electricity and the houses are receiving and using electricity, you cannot put a TV on.
Okay.
So in order to the county caucus must start making some tangible decisions that will bring development to this county.
Okay.
Okay. That's just part one.
Are you looking at women empowerment?
What would I say? Women empowerment.
Probably maybe capacity building, vocational education for women.
Oh yeah, me talking about concerns, because like I said, this is a thank you tour. Since I won, I have not come to say thank you. So I'm not going to address concerns. I will address your fights, like things in your town that you need of. The difficulties you're going through. When you come to town hall, you want other things that you really need in your town. I got the information. And I don't promise things I don't do. So those information I'm going to take. Those are the information I will work on. And you will see the result very soon. But I will say one or two things. You all heard about Putu Mountain is about to open. I think you all heard about that. You are part of Putu Mountain because this is Punabo district. We are praying to God. I can't tell you Putu Mountain will open in the next 2 or 3 months, but it's on its way. And you, the youth, the young men, or the middle age that are sitting here and waiting, please prepare. Please prepare. You know, it breaks my heart. And I'm saying this. When I got in the house, and then we started lobbying with friends and factories and other ministries and stuff. I'll go running to the altar and say, I'm baby man. I need 2 positions in social ministry. It's okay, but oh man, send a resume to me tomorrow. I said, sure. He said, yes. When I get out, and I ask for resume from people I know from my district, nothing. They don't have it. And so most of the time, I'm left out because what they are looking for, I don't have. So then people say, you're not hiring, you're not hiring people. Well, I can't hire people when I call my friends and I tell people, say, I'm looking for a job for my people. They say, okay, go bring people. Tell me why your people know. I get nothing to carry. Because I don't have people who have anything to give me. I'm being very truthful. And so it's kind of embarrassing. At the end, I would say, the conversation went out there. She got you and nobody said. But God knows. The sense I got there. I think if I tell you people, if that's the farmer behind, I will say God is my follower. But in our house, I'm telling you, I think I'm one of the lawmakers who really look out for my people to get jobs. And I've helped a lot of them get jobs. All is okay. But I can't continue to go back and forth. They can do anything. Just take a security or wear hot ball, or I can't do that. So please, yes, education that you're taking for granted, it is the most important thing in life. Because if you don't have money, if you cannot do a real business, the next thing for you is to get a job. and you can set yourself free. So Putu March is coming up. We're just coming from Putu. And I told the Putu youth in all the towns there, I needed them to submit 2 names each for each town. That willing to do caliper operator. Because right now the government bringing almost 200 and 80 some more in the 9 machines, yellow machines. They'll be arriving next month. At the same time, when Putu Market come in, they bring in machines. At the same time, they do agriculture that is coming with another 200. Or hear me talking about concerns, because like I said, this is a thank you tour. Since I won, I have not come to say thank you. So I'm not going to address concerns. So most of the time, I'm left out because what they are looking for, I don't have. So then people say, you're not getting, they're not hiring people. Well, I can't hire people when I got my friends and I tell people, say, I look at my phone. Okay, tell me why are people do. God, yeah, you are nobody say, but God knows. The same like God. I think if I tell you people, if that farmer behind you say because they might.
Well, folks, and of course, that's it this evening. Before the panelists come out, I'd like to see whether we can take a few calls to hear from you tonight. What on your mind before we can join our panelists here this evening? So the number to put you through at 0776 105 105. And let's firstly welcome Mr. Archie Wright, who also just joining us here. Yep, so he is a co-host for the show I Beg to Differ tonight. So you're going to be here as the CEO will not be able to sit in tonight due to some viewers. So I'm here tonight with you. The name is Alexander Duelu. So let's interact with the public tonight. 0776 1. All right, so before we go to the phone line, sorry. Let's go to Mr. Wright first. Good evening, Mr. Wright. How you doing?
Can you hear me?
I'm doing great.
Okay. It's good having you in studio today, Alexander. We wish SHEKU a speedy recovery. Well, sometimes we all fall sick. But tonight promises to be a very good night. We do have an exciting, eloquent, and very interesting guest on our show today. He is in the persons of Mr. Satu. Mr. Satu. Mr. Satu is the former role manager of the Role Fund. And so we ask everybody to log in today. You're going to hear how the Role Fund came about, what they were able to accomplish, the challenges. Because Mr. Satu was the one who actually became the first manager of the Role Fund, right? And so you're going to hear a whole lot from him today, the challenges and everything. So please log in and prepare your questions for him because it's going to be exciting. But good to have you, Alexander. Good to have you.
Okay. So we can take a few calls for now, right?
Yes, yeah. Let's take the calls until the other panelists come on, or until the guests come on.
All right, so folks, that's it. The numbers to put you through that 0776 105 105 881 14 35 04 0776 105 105 881 14 35 04 the numbers to put you through here this evening. And let's hear from you. What is on your mind? What do you want to talk about as we await the panelists here to join the show? So you can call us 0776 105 105 881-14-3504 are the numbers to put you through tonight on this program. I beg today for. So yeah, also continue to share this live and don't forget to follow us on Facebook so they can be part of this program always, because this program comes away from Monday to Friday. Every Friday to Monday at 9 o'clock to 12 a.m. We are here on this program. I beg to differ. So don't forget to follow and also keep sharing the live. Yeah, so folks, put a call through on 0776 105 105 881 14 35 04 0776 105 105 881 14 35 04 are those number. What is on your mind that you want to talk about this evening? Let's hear from you. You know, it's good to hear from the house's mouth. So the opportunity is yours as we await our guests to join us here this wonderful evening. Let's take our first caller here. Hello.
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening, Daniel. Where are you joining from?
Well, my name is Jackson T. Shedu. I'm the owner for National Commission for the
Mr. Sherry, welcome to the show.
Okay, you know, you just said what on your mind, what you want to talk about.
Sure.
So what is on my mind tonight? You know, all along, we as person living with disability in Grand GEDEH County, I think it's an opportunity for us tonight to flesh out issues that continue to affect us.
Sure.
If we just go and check on Southern Road, you'll see our hand marked there with our project.
Okay.
Since 2023, what first development funds on the county budget. That project have been put to halt due to some bad court authority. So you see that up to this time, the project is just down.
Wow.
And we don't know what is happening. We continue to cry on the radio, and nobody is listening to us. To our aid. So I want to use this time tonight to appeal to the panelists. Whatever means, I think they can help us in the process so that we'll be able to continue our project.
Okay.
We have new strategy.
Okay.
We are not different from other countries. Other countries, the so people are the first priority of the local authority.
Sure.
But here, people they respect superintendent. He don't even see that we are human beings. So he go about and do anything that not even counting us or you putting us first. Today, they are coming up with 400,000 to electrify 5 communities. While in our project still down. So it's so frustrating.
Okay.
So Mario, I've just saying this. It will go out of anger and then whatever we can express our grievances. People should not have let's say quarrel with us to say, oh, the disabled people are ready again. Or Grand GEDEH ready again. So those who are
all right. Thank you so much. So, folks, 0776 105 105 881 143504 0776 105 105 881 143504 are the number to post it through here this wonderful evening. And trust me, it's going to be part of the show here this evening. Don't forget, like I told you, to continue on sharing this live. Continue to share the live, and don't forget to follow our page so you can be part of this platform always. And so, and anything that is on your mind tonight, you just put a call through on 0776 105 105, and I will pick your call up. You're going to talk what is on your mind. So you listen to Mr. Sherry here talking about their, compounds being abandoned, and then the local government taking 400,000 to carry on electricity project in towns and communities, while they the disabled left, they are being mistreated because, mind you, like the other time, the disabled community budget shortfall against, they were not able to get any money from the county developments fund. Here is it again. And so that's it. This is going to somebody may say. And so, folks, continue to put the call through on 0776 105 105 881 143504. That's just from you tonight. And like I always say, it's good to hear from the houses more, because if we generally sit on the radio to talk, people say the people are there where they like talking, right? So it's good to hear from you. What is affecting you? What is on the mind tonight, and that you want to speak out? Is the opportunity given to you, and you can come out and flag the issues that is giving your hard time in your various communities and towns. You can speak on this issue. And don't go to hard thing for now, because if you continue hard things, continue happening. So the best way to look for solution is to bring it out always. Like people will say, if so it's on you, always show it to people. Maybe another person may know what can kill that particular soul, and they will show you, say go and do this. But if it's on you and continue hiding from people, you are not going to find the solution to that. So you're not going to be killed because you continue to hide it from people. So that's it here this evening on the program. I beg to differ as we await our panelists and guests to join us here this evening. We take more calls from our audience tonight. 0776 105 105 881 143504. Those two numbers tonight that if you call us, you're going to be part of it right here on top 105.3. Yes, it's good to be here tonight with you guys here on your FM dial. So you can put a call through. I read out the number again: 0776 105 105 881 1435 04 0881 1435 04. As those two numbers tonight, that if you put through, you're going to get a. It's all right. If you guys are ready, just let me know.
All right, sure. We'll let you know. Yeah.
All right. So let's pick up this caller. Hello. All right. So you just call back 0776 105 105 881 1435 04 0776 105 105 881 1435 04. If you call us tonight, trust me, you're going to be live on this radio. People are going to be listening to you. So what is issues are affecting you guys in your community, in your towns and villages? You have to speak out so that people can be able to address it, because there are many things happening in our various communities, but because we are not talking. Yeah, so the thing will continue to happen here. Oh my God! If you are beeping up, please stop. We're not going to call you, but we don't recharge our phone to call people behind the show. Yeah, so please, if you just want to call or make a point, you go ahead strictly to call us and then make your point instead of beeping us. Please, we don't have money to call you back. Yeah, stop disturbing the line, because I don't want to call the mail point. So 0776 105 105, 881 14 3504. The two numbers tonight that if you call us, you're going to be part of the show. Yeah. Let's pick up this person. Our whole Lone Star network is not misbehaving. So just keep trying because I don't know what is happening. Trying to answer call, just progress program at the end, just cut off. So continue to try, or either you call on orange number. Yes, that would be good if you try orange, because sometimes Lone Star network is a serious problem in Liberia, meaning in Grand County. So if you try the Lone Star, it's continue to give you hard time, you use the orange line. I think that would be okay for you tonight. So continue to put the cost through on 0776 105 105 881 14 35 04 0776 105 105. The two number tonight that will put you through on the show. What is actually affecting you guys in the various communities or in your towns or in the city of Zwedi? What affecting you guys in the community? You can flex out those issue, and then we all can talk about it. But if you keep silent, like to say everything is well, people will not know what actually is happening in your various community. Let's pick up with this person. Hello. Good evening. Your name, where you not from?
I'm Pastor Jabu from Calivio.
Welcome to the show. Let's hear you tonight.
Yeah. Thank you for your show.
Mm-hmm.
And what I see is the journalist doing all things. But to do any.
Why you mean by that?
Yeah, what I mean is like person do something.
Yeah.
On the line of the money business, they're talking about like the 400,000 for the transformer. Now we're asking that these people should do. They should give a report.
Okay.
But now, at the time we go look, then everything just sits down like that.
So what do you expect?
Always. That my something thought is the disabled.
Okay.
The disabled, I don't know what happened that the local government are not doing anything about it for long. They've been crying over it. What is the result of this?
Okay.
People need to go ask this, the heads of the local government. Why these people? Because the other time that 2024, they said that every before the president who gave his annual message in 2025,
yeah,
he said they buy all community development funds.
Okay.
And the disabled money were inside. The disabled here did not get their own. But people said that it was false. That's why I called that time and said, let the ask the president and say it's a false. But from that time, believe it. They say if we go there and ask, when we dig it, when somebody we hold our knees, say, yeah, we don't want to do it, and they win the position job. So that's why I said that y'all can say something, and that time come, it can be a final life.
So before you leave the line, let me just ask you this question. Before you leave the line, let me just ask you the question.
Yeah.
Do you expect the journalists to go and sue the local authority?
Okay. Because what happened is the journalists always bring up the talk.
Okay.
Because even while I'm talking here, the panelists went through it at that time. But now at the end now, they should still, because as long you are journalist, you just like a preacher.
Okay.
What is truth? The Bible says, say the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
Okay.
John 8, verse 32. So when you want to say something, you want to bring it up, be there until you find the ending.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
All
so
right.
Generally, how they hear anything when they do the crowdfunding and they say, yeah, it's true, you must go and get the result. Because I long somebody saying it and then you come by and ask, what happened? And then afterwards, you people go through that, and then when that falls, then you'll know. When that true, then you'll know.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
You're the ask for us.
Thank you.
We are
the ask for you. So if the citizens, maybe we bring out issue, it left with the citizen to take decision. Let's take this person first. All right. So you can put a call through on 0776 105 105. Let's pick up this person. Hello.
Yeah, good
evening. Your name, where have you joined from?
Wisdom Zari calling from Zambokoto.
Welcome to the show. Let's hear you quick.
Yeah, I want to appreciate you.
Wisdom, are you there? So then your network is battle. So you just have to drop the line and call back. Yeah, I don't actually getting you. So you drop it and just call her back quick.
Yeah.
All right, so folks, that's it. We are still here as we await our panelists to join us here this wonderful night. Just call up on 0776 105 105 and talk about what is on the mountain now. What are issues that you want to flex out to the public here on Top 105.3. Just call on 0776 105 105 881 14 3504. You're going to be part of the show. Let's pick up Wisdom again. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Yes, it's okay. You come in clear.
Yeah, like what I bring my attention to this guy who's live studio. The presentation.
Wisdom, you sounded too low.
Yeah, I said these guys, their presentation.
Yeah.
For me, it looked people who were actually paid and coerced to go into to discuss issues or to defend certain parties. Because for one part, if you go into studio to advocate for movement or to advocate people, you cannot be one-sided. One, the point that they were stressing is only the CSO.
Okay.
What more about this individual or the superintendent who actually the money was approved, the 400,000 was approved, and when you say, let me just give an example. If my mom gave me money to go on the road and buy something, and this thing cost $10, and my mother overplus gave me like $50 to go and buy it. It is my bounty. If I buy $10 for transparency, I should bring $40 cash.
Sure.
But not to use it as an opportunity and say, so my mom gave me $50 and this thing costs $20 and this thing costs $10. I will eat the $40. Once you eat the $40, you yourself, you are also partaker of it. So I was expecting the advocate to be on both sides. But like somebody have an issue already set up and it just talk to them to go in studio for a particular individual. That is what I see. And see, we people in this country, our advocacy are not very strict. I don't know. We allow politics to use us because we don't. So for one part, you need to have your own independent mind. If you want to advocate, let it be freedom. People should not use you to go into the studio and to make other people and to set a message. So I'm expecting the advocacy to be on the both sides. Like why other people can doing quality content, meaning art and doing it. And number two, is a private entity. Private entity who is not use our capital to settle this thing, and they need to pressure after the ARB energy to expand quarry. That is why I against even politicians who are buying transformer, donating it to ARB energy, and we are not seeing the impact they are making. So actually bringing their own transformer, bringing their own wire, bringing a lot of equipment. So for me, their advocates tonight, I don't trust them. Something is on the thing that they don't want to be frank. They don't want to say to us. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for being part of the show here this evening. So, folks, put a call through on 0776 105 105 881 1435 04. Winston, I hope you don't forget that among the good children, sometimes there's bad children. So sometimes there are other people who will go straight if your mother sends you and maybe give you $100 to say this thing is cost $100. At the end, if you buy it, maybe $80, you'll be able to go back with a 20 change. You'll say take it for you. So there are other children who, when they carry the $80, and they take the money with them, and then they say the item is just maybe that particular item is cost $70 to take the banner, you know, doesn't carry with them. That's it, my brother. Continue the post of course, right? 0776 105 105 881 1435 0776 105 105 881 1435 tell us tonight, those of you that are watching us online, your location, let us here. So, good evening, Mr. Fry.
Good evening. I'm so used to the morning. It's evening. Good evening, and good evening to my distinguished panelists. Good evening to you. Good evening to people of Grand GEDEH, wherever you are watching from. Good evening.
Okay. All right. So. Thanks for joining us and be there as we take more calls. If you guys are ready, just let me know, and then we can keep up the show.
Yeah, and don't forget now, Alex, to recognize the people that are part of the show in the comment section.
Okay, so
I should take calls.
Che Mela says I'm following Midtown Thierry foreign from Babaville. Let's see who's there. Ellison DY said, good evening, brother. I'm watching you live from Putu Pelincon, and good evening to Mr. Rai as well. Thanks. Let's go to the last person here. Says Solo Jallo, I'm watching you live from Deswa Street. Thanks for watching, Solo. So folks, keep your calls coming in on 0776 105 105 881 1435 04. So for those of you that are watching, don't forget to tell us where you are following us from. And trust me, we're going to read out your comment here this evening. Yeah, don't forget, to mention the area that you follow us from. We take more calls, 0776 105 105 881 1435 04. 0776 105 105 881 1435 04. The numbers tonight to put you through here on the program. Back to D4. Let's take this person. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Your name, where have you joined us from?
I'm Brother James Koyi calling from Kulabata, Sanoru.
Can you just be audible smart, I beg you?
I'm Brother James Koyi calling from Kulabata, Sanoru.
James, welcome to the show.
Yeah. Thank you for the show.
Mm-hmm.
let us be very frank.
Okay.
This thing are going on in Grenjile. Like for the development fund.
Okay.
My brother, when you don't there, he say if I get there, I'll do better than that person.
I'm telling you.
But Grenjile in the 15 counties within Liberia, it's one of the corrupt counties you can ever find.
And somebody will ask you, say, why?
Why you ask me, say, why I have more proof to give? Because the superintendent, the senator, the whosoever, when they are not there, when you call, they will say, you put me there, I will change your whole life. At the end of the day, they put you there, you can be worse than the person who you are looking. Yes. Like for instance, for the cow business.
Yeah.
Within Grenjile, checking in the 15 counties again. Now, only in Grenjile you can see cow along the street. Well, they put the other person there, I'll make sure the cow will move. This is why the people always say that the government of Grenjile is in their pocket. When you go talk, you say, my man, and a Grenjile officer or a Grenjile, whosoever, we will discuss it at the end of the day, we will go home. And for you, they think always accepting we the citizen. So the next week coming to maybe if someone can join us, we'll just put the cows on the street, then they go vote for them, they come in 2029. Then the cow just vote. Put them there, and they'll say, yeah, that cow vote for the person win. They don't take any of us our speech to be granted. They always make we the citizen to be feeding back. They always make for the foreigner or the area to overshadow us. Then when we go turn and take all our Grenjilians. Tomorrow when we the Grenjilians say you're working up, we'll go do all when they say they get boy hustle, they get do they want, they get do that, but they forgetting what they're doing. They forgetting that yes, why people speaking on that they are right, but they will honor rule that were right and just thought what they want to because they are government. They are people in the government. But they forgetting no, we don't want to put it. Look at they say this in following all the in that power. To go sit down on the video to put them. We'll go talk, they can't pay attention to us. So I really want to thank your God. Thank you for this show.
Thank you so much, my dear brother, for being part.
Okay, thank you.
Folks, 0776 105 105. Let's pick up this caller. Hello.
I come on.
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Your name and where you're not from?
I'm Joseph. I do call you from the Zobush community.
Joseph, welcome to the show. But please, can you be audible if you're speaking? Because you sound too well.
Let me commend you first for the show. What we see is what we.
Sure.
But firstly, I want to say thanks to the leadership of this county.
Okay.
Okay. I think issues. Number one issue have to be done with the mobile use.
Alex, this will be the last call, okay?
The panelists are not getting you. Please, can you be audible? They are not getting you clear.
No, Alex, this will be the last call. The last call.
Okay.
They're going to arrest you, and there are some people they go right in staples to allow them to go. But all people who they get that power, will just grab you and they hold you to say you give them money because you are in staples. 1, 2, they also have the habit of fighting. They come, they will be 2 or 3, they can't go for you. One day you will see that they will go along here. I think there's a need that the president put his team together to harassing people. They imagine if who will tell someone say you are in table and get you money, at the end of the day you get sponsor and go someone with a person. So there's not necessary. There's only greatly. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for being part tonight. All right, so that's it for we will hold it there for the call now and then go back to the panelists here this evening. From there, we can pick out another course again. So we go back to our panelists. So just keep posted. Don't you go that way.
Okay. Thank you so much, Alex. And we want to thank all the audience out there that are following us and those that are participating in the comment section. We said thank you. We're still expecting our guests in studio, but notwithstanding, there's so many other important things that we can talk about along with you. So, Alex, are you in the chat room? There, I dropped a video there early today, and you looked at to see.
No, I'm not in the chat room. I'm not in the chat room.
Okay, that is all right. So, Mr. Smith, there's a video I dropped in the chat room today.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pick it up from my edge. Just to show you a little bit. Very embarrassing, disturbing. Not embarrassing, but the word is disturbing. Okay, it is this video. I don't know if I can see it. You see it? So the guy has been tied up. The allegation is that he stole a motorbike in Sino. He is caught and tied to the motorbike, at the back of the motorbike, and he is stripped naked, and he is driven while he's tied to the motorbike. I mean, how do you do stuff? How do you? And look at the people that are doing these things. Look at these people. I mean, what gave you the right to treat somebody like this? You're not the police. You are not any justice. You're not part of. You're not part of no law enforcement. You are carrying out this kind of jungle justice. You know, and this speaks a lot about the country where we are. Because if you have citizens taking law into their own hands this way, it is troubling. I mean, imagine these guys were caught on tape. Think about the ones that are not caught on tape. Think about all the things that are happening where people are now able to videotape these kind of atrocities. Because that's what it is. It's an atrocity. Yes, we agree the guy stole your bike. But that's why you have the police, you have the courts. Put the man there and let them judge him. If he's found guilty, he will pay back your bike. But you don't.
According to the information says, according to the information, Mr. Ryan said I boat in store. So it's the letter in store boat. Now hear back.
It's not buying a goat?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? You tie him up into the bag like this, and you're going to drag them naked just for a goat. A goat, Mr. Smith.
Yeah.
That is the kind of country we find ourselves in. You know. So when you hear people saying, okay, the country is okay. Okay, the country is okay. Then you kind of ask yourself, well, what kind of country are they talking about? Is it the one that we see every day? These kind of atrocities coming out of? You know? It makes you wonder. It makes you wonder. But when I saw it today, I was so disturbed. I said, I got to bring it up today to make it part of our discussion. Because this happened in Sino, right, Alex?
Yeah, in Sino.
This happened in Sino. I don't know where in Sino, whether this was in Greenville or which part of Sino, but it seems like it's probably out of the city and somewhere, some part of one of the highways. Then because I see you just looking at the surroundings, But it's disturbing. It's very disturbing, and we need to talk about it because we must condemn this sort of act in the strongest possible terms. And I hope the law enforcement people are watching and they are following this event because these people, I think there are 3 individuals, they got to be brought to book. They got to be brought to book, Mr. Smith. They got to.
And this has been happening throughout the country. It's just that we noticed this one. But people locally stand by, laugh when it happens. And I know what some of them call it citizen justice, but what is citizen justice? That you're not a law official to decide whether you're right or wrong, but it's been happening throughout the country. And there are places where we do not have security to patrol and arrest these people for such inhuman violation against their fellow citizen. But they do it and have fun. Some people stand by and see these things happen.
You see the guy who's doing the tying of the guy on the bike? The guy's laughing.
Yes, and so you were talking like we the Limanian, this is how we tie people. Look, listen to it, get it clear from him.
Yeah, I wish you could play it on the screen so that we could, everybody that's watching and be able to see it, and we could talk about it more. Because it is so, for me, it's so gruesome. You strip this guy naked and you tie this guy to the bike. And look, he's whipping the guy while this guy is naked.
Why don't you send it through his number, and then maybe he can show it and say he's not in the chat room, his phone number at the studio.
Alex, send me your number. Let me do that, because this is troubling, man.
Okay.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, this is something that we should not cherish in our democratic country. That we're trying to, we shouldn't. But people stand by, laugh, have fun, and like they're playing a game. With human beings,
the guy, I think he's a young guy, so I can call him picking. He's ripping the guy's shirt off of him.
And to them now they look like tough guys when they're doing this type of thing. But we have to take law enforcement arresting some of them, but they can be all over to arrest them. But the citizen need to report these individuals because they're not doing you any good. Mistreating, maybe you will be the next person if they can treat your fellows.
I mean, this is uncalled for, man. This is absolutely uncalled for. Look, oh my God.
But I think when they start arresting some of them, they will desist from such inhuman activity because it's not civil. It's not civil in the type of society we find ourselves for you to do that to your fellow human being. You're not civil. We don't know where you came from.
Alex, are you in the podium chat room?
Just send it that when we get it from the website.
Yeah, I just put it there. Oh. And poor guy.
Yeah.
Poor guy, yeah. The guy ain't a B caught. They just showed the man whole thing like that. You know what I mean? That's embarrassing, man. I mean, I just want to put a little bit of humor into it, but it's terrible watching this video. It's just uncalled for. Yeah.
For others, it's something that happened all around like a game, but it's not a game. This such violent act happened. I can remember when I was in Los Angeles, California. Right. They have to find a way to stop that. The gangs and other people, they do it for fun. Yes. So they happen. But in a civil society where we find ourselves, the administrators or the official need to, find ways of saying this is not right. Yes. And find a way of arresting. It just takes few arrests to stop this.
It does. And make sure you set an example of these people. And these are all the gentleman that is whipping this guy can be his grandfather.
And Mr. Wright, these clips, very important evidence that the police can see and the police can look for them. So just yes.
Absolutely. Mamiata said one of you have an audio in the background that needs to be turned off. All right, Mamiata. All right, and we got Fred Beller. Fred Beller is watching us from Morovia Johnson Street. So Emmanuel Doe, is that my man Billy Katu? Billy Katu, I'm watching you from Toteville community. Solo Jala is I'm watching you live from Deswa Street. Okay, so we ended with Solo earlier. But yeah, so we're waiting for the video to come on, and because we want to share this image with you. And look, I'm a professional, and so I'm going to give courtesy, all right? This courtesy goes to Martin Colley. Martin Colley posted a video earlier today. And so as a professional myself, I am going to give Martin Colley the credit for this video. And so Martin, thank you for posting the video, but we also going to put it out there and talk about it as well, because it is important. It is important. It speaks to the psyche of the nation. Because if our fellow citizens can do that to a fellow citizen of ours, all of us need to raise our voices and condemn this and bring it to the public gleanings. Because it is important that people know what they are doing is wrong. They should not be doing this. It is not normal.
Mr. Smith needs to turn his audio off except where he's talking, because he got a soft playing in his background and it's ugly on the radio. Except where he's ready to talk.
Let me see.
Yeah. So Alexander is working on the video.
Yeah. So that is okay like this because I'm trying from my.
I don't know that. I don't know what I people to play that.
We've seen it.
At least they would. At least they would not.
Can I play from my phone like this?
Yes. Move your hand a little to your left.
Yeah, at least you can play it from your phone. They won't see it. They will not see it from your. They will not see it from the screen, because the link has to be copied and it's put into the browser for the software before you can screen it straight on the screen, so they won't see it. Just play it from your phone. Let them see. I'm sure tomorrow will be a little bit better. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, he was okay. You're okay, Ellie. The way you're doing it from your phone, it was okay.
Okay.
We could see it. Okay, Madam Yata Harris, she said, good evening, good night. Sorry, I can't join you guys. Okay, we understand you got a whole lot on your plate. Wish you all the best and good luck with your undertaking. Also, I want to take the time to reach one of ours. There you go. So let me read it. There you go. Listen. Wow. I think that's the end of the video right there, Alex. Thank you for playing that video.
So that's it.
Yes.
And maybe this is the first time coming across it. Maybe this is the first time coming across the come of video. But I can tell you that this is the second one because there's a guy who stole back in Monrovia, and then back rather run behind. They grab him and then run back on him until he died. I don't know what I can get that video for you if you can see it.
I did see that video myself, Alex, but we're speaking to the mindset of our people, because this thing it shows where we are as a country. I mean, it's been 20 plus years now, right, since we came out of war, and we are still treating our fellow citizens in this way. It shows the psyche of the country. That is disturbing, absolutely disturbing. And like I said, the people that are carrying on this atrocity, that I would like to call it atrocity, even though I hope he didn't die, but they could be his father. They could be the old man that were whipping him. It could be a grandfather, for heaven's sake. And he's treating the young man like that. Look, I'm not condoning the act. He stole, I agree. But there are proper ways to deal with this. Look, the thing is on the social media now. Now it's going to spread wide all over the world, and people are going to see this. And this is the country's image you're putting out there. This is the country's image you're putting out there. Every day we cry, like Mommy Ata, is working hard. She's doing her part, bringing visitors to the country. Imagine the book come across the kind of thing. What they're going to think about the country. So these are things that people must think about first. I know, they're hurt, they're losing their property, or the men stole their property without their consent. But yes, you have proper way to do it. You're beating him right now, you're not going to get it back, But when you take into the authority, they will have a way to retrieve, to get your stolen property back. That is important. We got to follow the law, my people. It's been 20 plus years since we came out of war. And we cannot be acting, because you can compare that video to some videos of the war back in the 90s and the 2000s. That's just the fact. You can compare it. Put that video side by side. Many other videos that are out there, Mr. Smith, and they will look just the same. They will look just the same. You see people treating a fellow citizen as if to say they're animals. You tie a human being to a bike, and you're speeding up with it. And you get a guy in the video say, yeah, you're beating with it. You're dragging. Wow. I'm shocked, Mr. Smith. I am shocked. I'll tell you no lie. Yes, I'm shocked. Well, Mr. Smith, yeah, you on this one, and then I want us to bring up the time now is 5:48. I also want us to talk about our dear Senator Mr. Senator Amara Conant. He did release a write-up in the Front Page Africa that I wanted to talk about. That was a year-end report. I think it's important that we talk about it. It is he and Senator DeLong that are putting, that are taking us into the House of the Senate and letting them know what is happening there. And so it is good that we talk about what they are putting out there to the public. But let's get your closing comment on this video thing, this disturbing video, and then we'll move on.
I think it's disturbing to the citizen, not only of Grand GEDEH, the citizen of Liberia, and to see your fellow citizen inhumanly treating you. I mean, it's uncalled for. We're in a civilized society. Maybe in the past, but it's not called for.
No.
For somebody to take the law. I think they call it vigilante justice. I don't know what kind of justice is that, but in a civil society, you cannot take the law into your own hands. If somebody wrong you, you either take it to your. I think each community. Somebody was telling me about Magibi. They have a community council. When someone perform do you wrong, you go first to report it to your community council, and your community council look into it, look at the problem, and then tell you how best the problem can be resolved. But for you to take it in your hand and take it like a football game playing, I think, and then other people there watching it not telling you to stop, that this is uncalled for. This is not how you treat your fellow human being. No. You take it to the court, take it to your community leaders, and see how best it can be resolved. That's how people do it. So I think what we need to do, since we have the video or the audio whatsoever, that can be kept for records, and these people can be apprehended and taken to jail because they have exposed themselves. For the law enforcement to find them very easy. Very easy. And that's how you begin to stop these type of bad habits.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree with you, Mo. Hopefully, because nowadays everything is either done through the elected officials. They got to also flag this. I heard this happening in Sano. There are great elected leaders from Sano. They need to pick it up and get with the police and make sure this young man, is giving the justice he deserves. Those people who did this, they can't get away with it. It is bad, absolutely bad. But thank you, Mr. Smith. Alex, anything you want to share on this before we move on to the next topic?
Yeah, so pertaining to this video about this guy being dragged because allegedly he stole a goat, for me, I don't think it's a bad thing that people should be doing at this time, because we are living in a world of democracy. So if anything's go wrong or somebody steal good or whatsoever, if you got the person, the best thing to get justice is to take the person to the police station. And again, when you grab this guy, he was somebody that having value, he having motorbikes. It may be for an uncle or somebody else in riding for, and they cannot escape because you already have it back. So the best thing was to just take the guy either to the township, if the police station is there, to take it to the police and say, oh, we saw this guy taking our goat. And that's how we brought him. The go through is, if he found guilty, they can deal with him. Like sometimes other communities, if you just see one, they time it by two. Maybe from there, you will not be able to carry on the same act again. But then, to just hold somebody like that and start beating it, even making them. Okay, you already grab a person on this thing because, like he was saying, somebody else fooled me. So your child too can go and do it tomorrow. Or maybe somebody say I want goat and your child needs the money. You're able to go and steal somebody else goat. So should they naked them? If they come to us, that's the only time we will try to say, no, we won't do that. Let it depend to the police. So I think the best product for us to do is,
all right, Alex.
Against us is to seek justice, to go to the police.
That's right. So thank you, Alex. What we want to do, let get the viewers involved into this conversation as well. So let's take a few calls on this topic, and then we'll come back and move on to the next topic. Okay.
Okay. All right. So folks, you can put a call through tonight on 0776 105 105 88114 3504 0776 105 105 88114 3504 Let's hear from you tonight, right here on the show. I beg to differ. Let's go on the line and pick up this first caller. Hello.
Hello.
Your name? Where you joining from?
Yeah, I go by the name Shaka Babi Brady Zulu.
Mr. Zulu, can you
Call
be
you
audible
from
a bit so
Zwedju.
the panel can be able to get you?
Am I audible now?
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
Go
Okay, I
ahead.
go by the name Shaka Babi Brady Zulu.
Okay.
I call you from Zwedju Crown Music Empire.
Mm.
Yeah, thank you so much for the evening show and the topic on the discussion. I think in a society, where people, are thinking differently and then see things differently, you find out that a lot of things happen.
Mm-hmm.
The issue of that individual, the video that you played and talk about, like accusation of stealing goods, and then one of people burning the children in hand because they steal fish from under the rest in Liberia. These things happen in a society where people, are thinking differently and have different culture. Mr. Right-off things on the increase on the internet. We are misusing our internet services sometimes in Liberia for a lot of things, videos that we post. But these things need to happen, based on the awareness the government will do. But we do not have cyber security control, cyber security law that controls the internet sector.
Mm.
So for example, this I should speak, which coming to Liberia, million stream digital influencer, coming to Liberia. What is it going to do for the country? It's on the impact the internet is going to make if we do not have cyber security law. So people just use the internet and post different things that would denigrate the country, and make the country to feel that it's not operating. But there are a lot of people here, that want to see good things happen for Liberia.
Sure.
I don't want to see good things happen for the country, but how can we help it? Because we are among different people and people think differently. Sometimes they don't use their internet services, in the right manner. But what I think government needs to do is to strengthen, the issue of the cyber security law to control what is coming from the country on internet, basis. Like for instance, some of us want to put out our new album this year. I got an album coming up, Free Me, a couple of tracks coming up. I should be bringing it to the podium so the panel can be able to help it, and see my work, my project, to be able to help me to lobby for sponsor out there in America. These are things that we want to bring, to the internet, things that is going to create the internet and bring joy and pride to our people. So that's why we expect people to be posting. But if you misuse the internet and then you post things that
Thank you, Mr. Zulu. Thank you so much, Shaka Zulu. But I don't think that's a misuse of internet because this party need to stop. So if people are trying to bring it up, I think it's the best thing that we ourselves have to encourage our government that yes, we need to do this because, like you said, we don't have a security camera to bring out this thing. So if people are just recording to say yes, like carry to the public that people will be able to stop what they are doing, I don't think it's made use of internet. Folks, let's take some more calls here tonight. 0776 105 105 0776 105 105 881 14 35 04. And let's hear from you tonight. 0776 105 105 881 14 35 04. The numbers to put you through here this evening, top 105.3, and you will join us here this evening. I read that number again: 776 105 105 881 14 35 04. Are the two numbers tonight. If you call us, you're going to be profit on top 105.3. Number supported through tonight 0776 105 105 881 14 35 04 088 114 35 04 088
Okay.
114
Alex, we've been reminded to announce the WhatsApp
04
number as well.
0778 105 105. Emmanuel Doe said, good evening. You can go ahead now.
It also announced the WhatsApp number too, the WhatsApp.
Let's see. So 0770 0770 56 7107. If you call on that number, you will be live. From the WhatsApp numbers is 0770 56 7107. 0770 56 7107. The WhatsApp number supported through on the show. And then for those of you in Liberia, west that you're watching us from, you can call us on the number 0770 105 105. 0770 105 105. The orange is 0776 105 105. The loan start number is 0881 14 35 04. 0881 14 35 04 for the orange. And for the WhatsApp, you can call on 0770 567107 and you will be live.
All right, Alex. So we'll give at least 2 more minutes, okay? 2 more minutes, and then we'll move on to our next topic.
All right, let's pick up this person. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Your name, where you're not from? Yes, hello. You sounding too low. Eric, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Why?
This can I've been in your country for is either like somebody for you after politician.
Eric, you coming in broken, so can you just drop the line you call back someone? Yeah, just drop it call back because we are not getting you clear. 0776 105 105 881 14 35 04. 0776 105 105 881 14 35 04. Let's hear from you here this evening. 2 minutes to go. 0776 105 105 881 14 35 04. It's an opportunity given to you. The entities you listen to what's happening in Sano County. Hello, Eric.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome by a little bit clear. Why?
So this the government lost the government they have videos. So you can get it back people and they are investing. So it's good.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for being part. That's like that view county, and then he was tied on a motorbike, dragged, and then naked and were beaten by some citizens of that area. And we just play the videos, carry on some analysis. You just listen to us here this evening. And so let's hear your view too when it's come to this thing. Like other people are saying these things happen in our various community where you see sometimes some parent will say the child can steal or the child always do this, and because they fed up with it, so they just grab the child and burn their hand. Sometimes tell them to pump tire all day or be hungry. These things happen in the county or in Liberia, and these are things continuous to happen, like the one we just played tonight. And so let's get your views tonight. Numbers supported through at 0776 105 105 881 14 3504 at 0776 105 105 881 14 35.
Okay, so Alex.
Yeah,
thank you. I will take it from here.
Okay.
Thanks to all the callers for participating in our first segment. Now, this time I want to move on to our next segment, and this is very important, my people. Very important. The news came out today, and it's critical. It's critical across the board for business people, for individuals, for families, whether single or married, for those wanting to come and visit the country, for those wanting to leave the country. So America Today issue a temporary halt to visa issuance. I'm sorry. So it's right here. So tomorrow we're going to work on this. So that when we're talking, we're going to put the information on the screen for you to see it. But if you can see my screen, This is what it shows. This is Front Page Africa reporting that America has issued a temporary halt to visa issuance. Mr. Smith, this is very, very important. It's important because every Liberian here has a family, either a friend or a family or loved one residing in Liberia or vice versa. And America has put a stop to issuing visas. I believe there were 75 countries today that the Trump administration, listed on that list. I haven't, and they're putting a temporary stop on that. Mr. Smith, you have probably, read about this and experienced this. Talk to us about, just from a personal point of view, or from a general perspective, how do you think this will come down? Before families and on the country itself.
Before talking about it, I just received a message from our special guest. He said he going through internet system down from Verizon. So is there other way we could do it beside the internet? I mean, the whole system down, internet from Verizon, you can't operate. I just caught myself. If your internet is down.
I don't know how we do it. So how is he connecting them?
I mean, his own assistant is Verizon, so it means a whole phone can't operate. So that means he just matter how you try.
If we're in contact, he can't, right?
He can't, yeah. So that's what he been going through.
Okay,
but he very courteous. He always like to participate when he can. So this one is technology.
Yeah, we can't do anything about it. We cannot.
Yeah.
So like I said, this is very important. I don't know if I can read the article from the Liberian government, the response from the Liberian government. So that
do that first, and then what we could do, the implication it will have. And after we talk, then you can read the Liberian government position.
Right.
I think we were so excited when the situation came about the tourism visa, the business visa. That one is not affected. So the business people going there, tourists, that's not affected. But what is really affected is the ordinary visa people who want to go, immigrant visa. That's what affected. And what make us surprised, people been speculating that America are working with the Liberian government. You heard about the gentleman from
a very rude awakening.
yeah, that were working in Liberia position, non-permanent role position in the Security Council, and other partnership will exclude Liberia from punishment. I know there are other countries being punished, Russia, Somalia, and other African countries. So other African countries have taken their own stand. If you do it to our citizens, we're going to do it to your own citizens. So, but Liberia caught in the sand, or caught in the cookie jar. How we used to say in Liberia, caught in the cookie jar, because with the diplomacy that Liberia exhibited, them being on the non-permanent role of the Security Council, nobody expected that Liberia would be in this trouble.
Nobody.
So this really caught Liberia by surprise. I don't think they were expecting that. Just taking over recently the non-permanent role with Democratic Republic of Congo. We never thought how you call the relationship between Liberia and America? How we used to call it?
The uncle, how do you call it? Stepchild.
Stepchild. We never expect that type of stepchild. You still your church child, but it's a different government in America right now. And the diplomacy that they were going through, and they talk about it, but to include Liberia among the other countries, that in more detail, and I will give more detail after you give the government position. I will be telling the impact it will have and what Liberians should do. I will bring that up after you give the government position.
And I'm glad you brought that part up, right? Liberia being on the Security Council as a non-permanent member.
Yeah.
You know, that was it's supposed to be a high moment for us.
Yeah.
And coming from America, that is like, you know, the American men call it, you know, from the blind, we call it from the blind side, the American call it from the, you know, from the, how to call it, man. Yeah, but anyway, you got hit from the side, you know, you didn't see it coming, you know, we did not see it coming. But let me read the government's response. Liberia assures citizens as U.S. temporary halt to issuance of immigrant visas. Okay, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Liberia has provided clarification following the decision by the government of the United States of America to place an indefinite pause. Underline that word, indefinite pause. We don't know when it's going to end. It could end tomorrow, or it could take another 50 years. Indefinite pause on the issuance of certain immigrant visa affecting nationals of 75 countries, including Liberia. The ministry stated that the measure is scheduled to take effect on January 21st, 2026, and is linked to an ongoing review of United States visa screening and vetting procedures under the public charge rule. According to the ministry, the action announced by the U.S. authorities apply exclusively to immigrant visa categories and does not extend to non-immigrant visa. The ministry emphasized that visa issued for tourism, business, education, exchange programs, and other temporary purposes continue to be processed normally, while all existing valid visas remain in effect and have not been revoked. The ministry explained that the pause affects only visas that grant permanent resident status in the United States, commonly known as green cards. These include family-based visa, employment-based visas, the diversity visa program, and other immigrant classifications. The minister stressed that the decision should not be interpreted as a visa ban against Liberian citizens, noting that access to non-immigrant travel remains unchanged, acknowledging the potential concerns of Liberians seeking permanent residence in the United States. The government of Liberia has issued assured the public that it is engaging the U.S. authorities through diplomatic channels. The ministry disclosed that efforts are underway to gain clearer information on the scope and duration of the pause, while also advocating for fair and transparent consideration of Liberian applicants who may be affected. The ministry further confirmed that immigrants' visa interviews are continuing without disruption, and that only the issuance of approved immigrant visa has been temporarily paused pending the release of new policy guidelines for the United States government. It noted that this distinction is critical to addressing misinformation and preventing unnecessary anxiety among applicants. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has urged the public to rely on official communications from credible government sources for accurate updates. It reassured Liberians that non-immigrant travel for tourism, study, and business purposes remains open, and that holders of valid United States visas may continue to travel in accordance with U.S. immigration laws and regulation. That ends the article. Few things I take away, Mr. Smith. First of all, let me acknowledge our new participant on the show. We got Mamadou Tambo Barry. He said, good evening. I'm following for the community. Thank you, Mamadou. Man, Wulu the man is speaking to you like a buddy. He's speaking to you. So, yeah. But yeah, so here's what I want to say, Mr. Smith. It seems to me there is confusion here from the articles. On the one hand, the government is telling us certain categories of visa that is affected, certain people that are affected under this, but it also in the article is telling us it does not know the scope and the duration of the visa. So if you don't know the scope, how come you're telling us the category that is affected? The scope will tell you the category, who all have fall into that restriction. You know, but you're telling us, okay, these are the people that are there, but then further down the article, you say, oh, no. We don't know the scope yet, but we'll continue to work through diplomatic channels to get clarification. That to me, that's double talk. And I can understand where Madam Yanti and the government is coming from. They are trying to calm people's anxiety down. But in the process of doing that, if anyone read this article, line by line, they will walk away knowing that the government is playing games. Right, Mr. Smith? Because you don't know, you tell you know the category, but then you come by and say, no, but we don't know. We'll go back and talk to the people and get a clear understanding of it and come back to you and let you know. But in the meantime, we're still working through diplomatic channels. That double talk. Absolute double talk. You know. But the good thing, again, that I take away from the article is that it is restricted to one category. At least that's what the government is telling us. And we're not going to go find out. Tomorrow, we're going to pull the actual article out, and I'm going to go to one of either Bloomberg or to Financial Times and pull the actual article. Oh, going to the White House website and pull the actual article.
Yeah, that's what I would say. For Liberian, they had a Liberian Act that benefited Liberian. You remember, I think if you were living in the United States by 2014, the Democrat and the Republican at that time, President Trump wanted to make sure the borders are protected. The Democrat wanted this bill to be passed. So it came up with the Liberia Act. and that afforded Liberians who had other immigration issue to benefit. So if you can prove that you've been living in the United States since 2015, you can get your green card. And some people benefited, some people, but the only thing, if you have crime record, you don't take advantage of that. Now, the difference between this one, they are saying they're stopping other people. There are other issues in the court that the Supreme Court having resolved about preventing people who want to become citizens of America. But this is different. They're also going far, trying to prevent people who want to have green card. So there are two steps now. First, they're fighting on citizens who are citizens, and those who are citizens said, they say, even the children, if you're born, your children will not become citizens. So that's another factor. But this one now is a green card holder. Green card holder, yeah, for 10 years. Now they have just passed a law that although you're a green card holder, 3 years you have to do, although you're a green card holder, but it can be taken away from you if you don't prove that you're doing 40 or more community service. If you're not involved civil education, that can be taken for you. So you have 3 years now instead of the 10 years there, and then you can reapply for your green card. But you have 3 years. If you're not doing community service in your community, whether you're involved in your community activity or you're doing civil education that you know you want to learn about your new country, they can take it away from you. So that's one of the things they passed in 2025. So now Liberia that been strong partners, and maybe like Great Britain, all the British, they have a way of going to Great Britain or other British. But Liberia, the only strong friendship with America, you think they would do the same.
But now let me bring this up, because I think, now I'm thinking out loud now, right? I'm thinking out loud. Do you think the response from Liberia in the from who's the guy that representing us at the UN?
He was in Nigeria. What's his name? At the University of Liberia's president.
No, I'm not talking about the ambassador, the guy at the represent at the UN.
What's my cousin name?
He's supposed to be a buddy.
Yeah. My brain. Ambassador. He was Minister of Information.
Work with the Cummings campaign. I'm breaking out the mind now. But anyways, recently he Liberia position when America adopted Maduro, Liberia took a very neutral position, Mr. Smith, a very neutral position. Do you think this plays into that at all?
I think it's to put pressure on Liberia one way.
Okay.
Because
the general, he said Louis Brown. That was Louis Brown.
Louis Brown, yeah. I think it's to put pressure on Liberia, because whatever is going on between Israel and Palestine, President Trump is in good relationship with the Prime Minister of Israel. So Liberia play a major role in a non-permanent seat. So people looking at Liberia, this issue came right as Liberia began is 2 years at the Security Council. So what will Liberia do? But as the foreign minister said, we shouldn't think deep into it. Why with this I can understand the other countries because it's been in the making, Somalia and other African countries, but why with your partner that you were trying to send someone that the code fell, that person shouldn't go to Liberia, and you wanted to use Liberia to be a place for that person to go, why would you do that to a good friend that were waiting to have that type of diplomatic partnership? That if you want to deport people for America, Liberia would be the hit place for that person to go. But there was a rejection by the court now. That man will not go to Liberia. He will not go to Liberia again. Yeah. So what other reason would it be at this time to take that action on Liberia? And it affect, because a lot of Liberians here wanting to go for green card. They will put stop those who are here, and for those who coming, like you want to send for your mom and your dad to become, they're all going to stop. So it's an impact on Liberia.
It has no. Like you said, from a personal, perspective, it affects families, right?
Yeah.
But it's also affect the country. Because now you got people thinking about the status. Right? Even though I wanted to do the project back home, man, what the thing now, I think I'm going to get my green card. I got everything in motion. Things are moving. And now I got a hot other thing out there. They got to come to a halt. So now people in panic mode. And want to get into panic mode, everything else ceases. Right? And that will affect the country as well. Because remember now, Mr. Smith, we send more remittance to that country. And you and I want to send remittance on because we feel good here, first and foremost. But if our starter is on the thread here, we're going to get back into our shop and say, no, hold on, man. Let me think and see what's going on with me. So these are things that the Liberian government should take into mind when they're talking to the American government. We've been your friend, for all the ages. Like we talked about earlier, we are just child,
I think this called Liberia off guard. If they had a hint before they took over the non-permanent seat at the United Nations, they would have done something but they're already there, and they just came out. So I would see how she is very effective in her diplomacy. I would see how our foreign minister will maneuver and bring some hope to our people. But this is a major stand they took against Liberians. Not only Liberians, Africans and other countries, but especially Liberia. People will be looking at to us. What happened with you? You're close to America. Why this happened to you? So people will be making fun out of us.
Well, Trump is a transactional guy. You give me, I give you. That's Donald Trump. Forget everything else. What do you think Liberia could come to the table with when Madam Yanti go to meet with Rubio and sit across from Rubio and say, hey, man, Rubio, this is Liberia. This is what can she carry in your hand and say, Mr. Secretary, this is what we're bringing to the table. How can we begin the conversation?
I think she did it before she cleaned up our passport mess that we had there, that a lot of foreigners had our passport. She did something to permit America not to put, because you remember from the beginning they were trying to put sanction on Liberia for the passport and other issues. So she have done something so I think this one caught her by surprise. I think people will start thinking, is it because Liberia in the hot seat now at the non-permanent role at the United Nations? How this just came about? Because your friends, you will tell them, give them some time to respond before you take action. So I think if you ask people at the foreign ministry, they caught them by surprise.
And I think that's Trump. I wouldn't disagree with you, because this is how Trump operates, right? The next morning, Trump did the things like, you see, right now, what I just saw the report came through. He said, so he pulling back now from going after Iran, because he said, Iranians are not killing the protesters anymore. So he pulling back from it. Now, I think I'm speculating here, but I know Donald Trump and his administration. They are putting Liberia under pressure. That going forward, if you want us to get you off this list, it means so much to you. We can get you off the list. But here's what we want you to do going forward. When we take action, international action, you will either abstain from making comments or you will support our decision. that Liberia will replace. I mean, I don't know what we do there, but we need America more than anything, you know.
But guess what? Also, the people will start putting pressure on the government too. So it's a two-way. So not only putting pressure.
What do you mean?
What I mean is that the Liberian citizens themselves who have their family in America will want to know what our government is doing about this. What is the relationship? So they will start putting pressure on the foreign ministry. Something needs to be done.
Yes. And so they might come away a concession that they may not be too comfortable, you know, conceding to, but because, like you said, people, there are so many of us here, you know, and I believe that so many Liberians that got their process in the pipeline, their green card in the pipeline, or that have this visa to travel, but they can't do it now, that will want to have that relief.
But don't be surprised.
To the table.
There will be activists, Liberian, who playing strong role in the Trump government or playing strong role in the other states. They will start rallying around, protesting, and try putting pressure either on the government or the government of the United States. They say this is the way you treat a friend.
Yes, absolutely. But in the last 30 minutes that we have, this is what I want us to do. Now, one thing now we're not talking about yet, and I really want to talk about this. What is the role of the embassy in all this? Mr. Smith, have you heard any comment, any release from the ambassador? Have you seen the ambassador speaking, Mr.
But let be fair now.
Okay,
this thing came out today. So I believe the foreign minister, the ambassador in DC, saying he represents the Republic of Liberia, they will start doing something, thinking about how to respond in another way. But this one that she came up with, it was for mainly the people in Liberia, the citizens, so they can't panic. Another one will come, diplomacy in America, they will talk about that. I think right now they're talking to the ambassador, saying he represents us, how to engage the U.S. So that will be coming up.
My man, you're just trying to make the man look good. Conte stays in the position. All right, let's go ahead.
The government is trying to put pressure on Liberia. Maybe they want certain things that they want for Liberia, because if the minister can come out to say where the American officially come out to say the visa have been paused for temporary reason, and then the government is encouraging their citizens to say and go and do visa interview. I think there's something in the poor land that the American government want for the Liberian government to do for them, and then they are not willing to do it. So, like you were saying, like if they can do it, they will be placed on that particular list that will not be touched. I think it will be the best way, because what I've seen from their statement of encouraging your citizens to say, yeah, you can stay, even though they say visa is closed, but you can go and do your visa interview. So, if so, why would you encourage your citizens to go and spend free money? Because remember, by now, I think the government should be demanding that our citizens are paying for their visa. So if you will close, then let that money be refunded. But they can't do it.
No,
so for me, I think
I think, and that's a good point you raised there. But to be fair to the ministry, they made it very clear that if you have non-immigrant visa, meaning business, student, exchange visa, you can continue with the process. But if your visa is immigrant visa, they're asking you, well, they're not asking you, they're telling you, it won't be able to move forward because the process for that visa has been stopped temporarily. And the thing about it, they don't know how long it's going to take. It is indefinite, you know what I mean? There's no idea of how long it's going to take and who is going to get covered. And that's my point I've been saying earlier. You can't tell us that because you're speaking from both sides of your mouth. You can say you don't know the scope, but you're telling us it's on a non-immigrant visa, students and business and other people are not part of it. So I think that but they want to get ahead of the news, and that's what they have done. Nyanti she should have shown her experience and her exposure. She's getting ahead of the news. As soon as it came out, right away they released a statement, which is good. You got to give them credit for that, But in the meantime, I think they're giving information that they cannot defend, right? Because you're telling her you don't know the scope, but you're giving her information that non-immigrant visa ones that are not affected here. So you're telling her the scope. You know what I'm saying? That's what the scope means. The scope means what is covered. That's what he's saying. So that's a double talk here. But they feel the need to come out and get ahead of the news, and they have done that. Let me just say, what have they accomplished? I think they have accomplished, getting ahead of the news. But they might come back to bite them, Alex, because they will have to explain how they got to know that there was only immigrant visa that was covered and non-immigrant visa were not covered. That for me is going to be a problem for them going forward.
And let me add another thing to it. There's something key to this suspension, and we get to find more information about and talk about. Say Liberia put on a special list. What it mean, a special list? So there are other people being suspended. They are different for the list Liberia on. So something there's a room for compromise. Somewhere there's to compromise. So some hope is there. It's need for us how to work our way back. It's on a special list. We're not on the other list of the other people. Liberia on a special list. So they hesitated in doing it. They felt they have to do it. So what that message means, our people in the diplomacy they need to work hard now to see what that special list means.
Absolutely. And I think, again, I don't want to leave the ambassador out of this conversation, Mr. Smith. I know
they're part of it.
They're part of it.
They're part of it. Right now, they're working hard. They're trying to see, because people will be calling them. The pressure will be on the embassy, so people will be coming there. In fact, I was able to go there to renew my passport. So my ECOWAS passport, whether the ECOWAS passport, because I already applied for my rare visa, rare ID. So if you don't have the rare ID, you need a passport to operate on. But I already applied for my rare ID, so it'll be coming a week or two. So I will get that. But you still need that ECOWAS passport if you want to travel to Liberia, so that's still necessary. I was planning on going there.
Yeah, I mean Liberians here in the US, they depend on the embassy so much. And I have never, I would say this, and maybe I might be coming across as biased, but I thought the guy that really did a good job was, what's the name? What's the guy name? He ran for presidency once. What's
his name, man? Bonds.
Not Bonds.
Oh.
Not Bonds.
Not Bonds,
Not Bonds was so engaging. And I said, because Not Bonds came to Virginia, attended our program. The guy was in the community, man. But the other ambassadors that come here, they sit right there. You don't see them. You don't hear nothing from them. They have no liaison in the community communicating with the people. Now, look at in these desperate times, you need reassurance. You need people that are talking to the people in the community, reassuring them, Liberians. But we got to wait for the Minister of Foreign Affairs, to reassure us here in America.
But as you were looking on this news that you thought was terrible to Liberia, another news came about. I don't know whether I sent it to you. A senator is begging the government that they have another proposal for the lawmaker to accept. I think Liberians need to hear that. That's very interesting, that they're waiting to put $5 million for county development, and they will help with the infrastructure in building wherever the council of these counties put up. And the counties we are talking about, Nima, Bon County, and Bassa, Grand Bassa County. So that news came up right away as this came up. So we shouldn't lose focus on this one, because it's a big announcement. Yeah, it came up from Biafra. I sent it to you. There's a big news also.
Yeah. But so let's talk. Let's go to the line and get a few calls. How be it one or two, whatever, on this topic, Alex, and then we'll come back and close up for the night. Okay.
Okay.
So, folks, You can now put a cost through 0776 105 105 881 14 3504 0776 105 105 881 14 3504. You're going to be live tonight on the show as you listen to us here discussing. You can now make your points here tonight by calling us on 0776 105 105. Let's pick up this first caller. Good evening, your name. Where you going from? Your line is coming in broken. Can you just try to move away small? Come again with your name. All right, so yes, you call us back. We are not actually getting you clear. So 0776 105 105. Let's pick up this person. Hello. Hello. The noise at the background. So you just change your location, please.
It's very low. But Alex, don't forget to call the WhatsApp number too now.
Zero 0776 105 105 0776 105 105 Good evening, Daniel. Where you joining from?
My name is Jackson Chile. I call him from GEDEH County.
Mr. Tede, welcome to the show.
Okay. I want to say thank you for the program tonight. I've been the conversation. You know, we will all talk, and we will just talk and hang it. But if the issue are looking at, it's not like deal that American people wanted from the Liberian people that they refuse to sign. But something went wrong. What went wrong was, if they say you are representing Liberia to the UN, you are not taking nation decision alone. If anything spark up that name decision that will take the nation name, that will be the decision of the nation, you have to come back to the legislatures. Let them vote on it and make a decision. If they agree to take a star, they take their star. But Louis Brown never waited for Liberian. He went and declared his position against America on the arrest of the president. That sparked of this issue. We have to be very careful in making decisions against when nation making confusion. We have to be very careful to take our. If you you must stand back to get a feedback. That's what happened.
All right.
And the decision, you know, Trump, when Trump take a decision, he don't leave it, has other people take a decision. We should not take it lightly. The decision the president is a decisive decision he made. Maybe you'll be after his term before they will have second thought about Liberia. So our Louis Brown should be very careful how you make a decision in the name of Liberia making decision at the UN.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
I'll take another person. All right, 0776 105 105 881 14 3504 0776. I'll take this person. Hello. Chief, how you doing?
I'm okay. Good evening, and Mr. Good evening to our professors. This is cool.
Welcome to the show, Belekatu.
Yeah, thank you. You know, the new platform that is being established by our professor in this university. We choose to not miss any class.
Okay.
All right, thank you. I just want to add up a bit to the previous caller. You see, the politics that we are running in our country today is on a different trend. Don't forget to know that the government of power yesterday, which is the CDC-led government, there were a lot of propaganda, both national and international, that brought them down today. Why you think that this? Why you think that CDC also can be one of those who is, should I use a word, masterminding all of these the activities to link with and a high profile of ascension. That's what I'm looking at it. Now, with the statement being made by our foreign minister, for me, from the military perspective, I would say bravo to her. Because even if you went to the front line and you notice that your enemy are overcoming your positions, you will not make a report to say my position has been overcome by enemy. Because any attempt of you doing that as a commander on the front line, you already defeat you and your men or your troop that you carry on the front line. You always need to encourage them, build that morale in them, let that bravery continue to remain in you. That's a step that she's taking. Even if America choose to say red line been drew on us, she as a direct contact person between we and the international community will not just come out to say, hey, we are in a serious danger. Wow, America are doing red line on us. By doing so, you know what you'll be doing to your very self? You'll be shooting yourself in the leg. So she had to strategize and know what type of statement that she will utter to build more courage in we the citizen. Even if there is a fight, she take the challenge to go through that fight as a direct representative of the people of this country to the American government. So what she will do is encourage her to say, remain calm, continue doing what you are doing, just do it respectfully, do it peacefully, and do it the proper way. Those things that are circulating on social media, even if it is true and blah, 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 you are not the one to meet the challenge. We as a government are already into it, and we can assure you that everything will go well. So go ahead in processing your visa or whatever document that you need to require. So, or statement, again, let me say thank you to all of our professors for keeping us up at about this time. Thank you, sir.
Thanks so much for impact this evening. 0776 105 105 0881 14 3504 0776 105 105 0881 14 3504 0776 105 105 0881 14 3504 0881 14 3504 0776 105 105. The number supported through here this evening. Let's get your own point here this evening. Yeah, 0776 105 105 881 14 35 04. Emmanuel estimate says open phone line. I wanted to talk. Emmanuel line is open now, so you can put the calls through. Yeah, you can put the calls through now, and we're going to pick you up. So numbers to call us is 0776 105 105 881 14 35 04. Then for the WhatsApp number, you guys can call on 0770 56 7107. 0770 56 7107. And that's the WhatsApp number, and you will be live here tonight. Those of you based in Liberia, you can call us on 0881 14 35 04, 0776 105 105. You're going to be live with us here on this wonderful evening. We have about 11 minutes up to 12 o'clock. And so, folks, the opportunity now.
Alex.
Yeah.
So let's take it back. Let's bring it back here. So that was great. Thanks to all the callers, including my own man, Billy Katu. I think he's the most patriotic Liberian alive. But Mr. Smith, I think we had a very good conversation tonight. Mommy, that's a good point, Emmanuel. What you described is diplomacy and the way to go. Okay. Thank you, Mamiata, and we'll look forward to having you on the show whenever you have the time. Thank you for also being in a comment section. I also very appreciate that's being part of the show as well. So, Mr. Smith, in the last 10 minutes we have, try to close up here. Give us your closing comment and call it a night.
I wanted for you to read the end of Front Page Africa edition for Thursday. I know whether the person was reading my mind or I was reading the person's mind, but the conclusion the commentator stated, just like what I stated, there is room for compromise. And if you read what the reporter said, it would be almost similar to what I stated.
I can read it for you right now.
Okay.
In a minute. So this is tomorrow's edition of Front Page Africa, and it reads, quote, "We recognize that such pauses provide an opportunity for governments to reassure systems, address administrative challenges, and ensure that migration frameworks align with national security, diplomatic cooperation, and international best practices. It also opens space for constructive engagement between the United States and Liberia towards clearer, fairer, and more efficient visa procedures." That was Ibrahim Destiny Gaffin, political commentator. All right, Mr. Smith?
I think the guy right on point, and you will find out tomorrow the ambassador, the foreign minister, because this caught them off guard. They were looking at the bigger picture of what's going on at the United Nations non-permanent seat. But this, a partner that you depend on or hope to be that type of good partners, maybe let you down. But you can say in diplomacy, they will find a way to get back on the right track. But now Liberia in a difficult position because Liberia not just representing Liberia. They're representing the hope and aspiration of Africa.
Yes.
They're representing other countries that made it possible for Liberia to be in that seat. So how can Liberia look at all of that and take maybe, I don't know, but they have to take all of that.
Now, I want you to include this in your closing too.
Yeah.
What does this say to the rest of the world and to the rest of the I hit the phrase, South, those away in the South. Who's in the North? But anyway, the country of the South, what does it say to us that a country can be a non-permanent member on the Security Council, yet it's slapped with the kind of administration by America?
That is say the administration of America don't care much about that international diplomacy that we used to practice in the past. They're coming out with a new norm of diplomacy. And we gotta get used to it. When normally you can't just like America is saying now they want Greenland. The people of Greenland saying they will be under Denmark.
Right.
America said we'll give you a certain amount of money just to take it. So it's a new form of diplomacy. When you want something, you go for it. whatever it take, how much it costs, you just go for it.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you, Mr. Smith. In the last
and lastly, before I go, I just want to let you know, I'm a sportsman, and the biggest sporting event on the continent of Africa, the African Cup of Nations, has reached its milestone in terms of semifinal. Senegal defeated Egypt 1-0, and the next game, the Eagle of Nigeria went against the Atlas of Morocco, and it looked like goalless draw because the coach said whoever will win this game will be the champion. And so, who won? The host country went to penalty kick and defeated Nigeria 4-2. So now the stage is set for the final game on Sunday between the Taringa Lions of Senegal going against Morocco, the Atlas of Morocco.
Right.
So that's the stage set. So now Egypt and Nigeria will go for third place on Saturday. So that's it. Everything will conclude on Sunday. Saturday will be third place.
Terrific. Thanks for that update, because I never.
And also, our semi-final went on today, and our final will be on Sunday in the county meet. We can't leave that out too.
That's a good one. I think it's a great one to read it.
And if you want all the details of sports, tune in on Sunday, 11:30 a.m. 2 hours.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Smith. My fellow, to the listener, this is all the time we have here. The word is a very quick saying. Nothing is full. We've seen it before our very eyes now. And Liberia been on the Security Council as a non-parent member, but still get, slapped with America, temporary visa hut. So, nothing is a show out there. You got to look out for yourself. So thank you, Alex, for being in the studio for us. You did a terrific job tonight. We'll look forward to you doing a great job on another day. But thank you. And I'm going to turn it back over to you, Mr. Smith. This is how I want to close the program for tonight. Thank you, Mamiata. Thank you for all the commenters in our comment session. You made this night a great night. Thank you. Thank you ever so much. See you back at tomorrow, same time, same hour. Bye.
Thanks so much to all of you, Mr. Smith. And thank you, Mr. Wright, for being here tonight. So we'll have you on tomorrow. Bye-bye. And so that's it, folks. And this is how we draw down on the program. I beg to differ here for today, Wednesday edition. The name Alexander Doelwo. And this is how we like to leave you. Bye-bye from my end.